Howdy y'all, Clay Cooper here along with Tina Cooper, and we are visiting with Sarah and Nate Bittner from the Atrium out here in beautiful Merriam Woods, Missouri. Sarah is an awesome singer, dancer. Nate's great singer, dancer, works in the Clay Cooper show with us and also Hot Rods and High Heels at the Clay Cooper Theater. But also they have this beautiful new business here in Merriam Woods, Missouri, and it's called the Atrium, and it's an events
Wedding and event center.
Wedding and an event center. So y'all do everything. I mean, obviously weddings, but what else? What other kind of parties do y'all offer?
We can do pretty much anything. We've done concerts, we've done birthday parties, we've done pretty much any kind of party you can think of.
Did you do a graduation event last year? And
We did do
Graduation?
we did that project grad.
We did do Project Grad for Branson.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So if you want to have a party, this is your place. It don't matter what kind of party or what, you know. We're going to take you around the property. Max got some beautiful B-roll shots of all the things here, but the view here, as you can see off our shoulders, is incredible. Now, way back there, you can actually see some of the music theaters in Branson. And as the crow flies, how far do you think it is over to, like, say, the Ferris wheel there? I mean,
10 to 15 miles.
10, 15 miles as the crow flies, yeah. It's just, the view is incredible. And I can see why people would want to come out here and have a wedding. Of course, the money shot is right out there. What do you call that area with the back? Is there a name in that in wedding terms? The arbor? An arbor? Okay, so the arbor's right there. You can Google arbor if you want. I'm going to when I'm done. But that's where the couple stands and they get married with that beautiful backdrop there looking over the beautiful Ozark Mountains. Now, when did y'all get officially opened? When was your first grand opening?
October.
Yes, it was October of 2019 last year. We had our first event in August. That was when we didn't have quite everything done, but we had our first wedding, and it was a crazy time. We pulled a 24-hour shift. So we started the day worked all the way through the night up until the wedding time so we could have that wedding.
And you said your dad was still laying floor that morning, right?
Yeah, he finished the flooring at 9 a.m. the day of the wedding.
Wow.
Through the night until 9 a.m. It was crazy.
That's crazy. And you've got some great folks. They've really pitched in and helped. I know Sarah's parents. I mean, Sarah's grandma and grandpa were out here like on tractors clearing this land and knocking trees over. And
The whole property.
they cleared the whole property. Now, how many acres does this the property set on?
We're just under 5. Under
Okay.
5 acres.
Yeah, but you've used it really well. You know what I mean? I mean, everything's so proportioned, beautiful, and there's plenty of parking out here. I noticed when we pulled in, and the landscaping. You got an outdoor. What is this? An outdoor bar? Outdoor bar right here. You got the what's this called? Cornhole, and you got what's that called?
Giant Jenga.
Giant Jenga. This is what that is, and they got a massive Connect 4 game over here that your dad actually built, and the checkers are like this big around. It's the darndest thing I've ever seen in my life. And they're putting in a croquet area right over here, and it's just everything was thought out so well. And I know Sarah was probably a lot of the thinking, right?
For sure.
Because Sarah gets an idea, Nate gets his hammer,
I do.
right?
A lot of the time.
I'm like, boy, I think this would be cool, and Nate's like, uh-oh, here we go. Get the tools out.
The phrase, I have a cool idea, usually means a lot of work.
A lot of work. Yeah. I mean, when you say majority of this stuff you had a hand in, the landscaping and all the rock that you'll see out here that are lining the sidewalks and the flower beds is all rock that was here on this property. They didn't buy any rock. It was all just natural rock that they reused or salvaged, I guess you would say. Just the thought, but I mean, I noticed on the front porch you had hand railings and you had rebar as your post. And Nate said, well, I had some extra rebar. We just threw a little black paint on it and stuck it in there. I mean, the guy's, he's amazing. He can build anything out of anything. And I admire that. I mean, I can't even I tried replacing, what was that I tried to replace at the house? The sprayer.
Oh yes.
I had a little sprayer thing. And I said, I can fix that. It's just, take that hose and you put it on there. Well, ended up that I broke all of it and the nozzle. So then I called my plumber, Angel Rodriguez with Lucky Plumbing. And I called and he came over and he goes, oh, no. He said, "You musician, I plumber. You call." And so from now on, I call Lucky Plumbing when I need something fixed.
Probably a good choice.
It is a good choice, but Nate could do it himself. That was the whole point of that story. He's so handy. But so you guys, I mean, this was basically just a little spot on a hill covered in trees, right?
Yes, it was.
And your grandma and grandpa owned the property.
My parents.
Your parents owned the property, and that y'all always wanted to do this. You rented out a couple of different areas before you got your own place, and your mom and dad said, "Hey, we got a beautiful little spot. We'll make it happen." And you made it happen. The place is just absolutely gorgeous, and inside, of course. Now, what is the main area in here is called what? What is this main? Is there a name for that or?
Mostly like the reception hall.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's referred to. We do ceremonies in there too, but mainly just the reception hall.
Yeah, and that's what Mac and I were talking. That I mean, we don't know much about this, but we figured like if you had a day where you were having a wedding out here, but it came a storm, I mean, you could basically move it into here, right? Because I mean, you got a great view out that back wall. I mean, the view out there is just as incredible as this view, so you wouldn't have to cancel, right? I mean, in an emergency situation, you just bring it all in, and here you go.
We always come up with plan A, which is usually outside and inside, and then plan B, where they're not as happy, but they can have an inside wedding.
You still don't have to cancel an event. Yeah, that's a lot of places may not have that situation. You mentioned you had a couple just called this last weekend to book a wedding for this weekend,
Yes, we did.
right? So you got like 7 days to pull it together.
Yep.
Now, what makes a couple? Well, we did that.
Yes, we did.
I started saying, well, it ain't much planning, but I remember when I asked her, I'm like, "You want to get married?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "All right, let's go to Vegas." She's like, "When?" I'm like, "A couple of days." So I mean, it does happen.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've thrown, that's probably the fastest wedding we've thrown together, but we can do a lot for them. We offer a couple different packages. We have an all-inclusive package that we offer where we actually get all of their vendors for them, and we take care of all that for them. And then we also have a couple smaller packages where we can decorate for them completely.
So there's several options. I mean, like you said, it's a turnkey deal. Like if they really didn't have a lot of requests and they didn't really mind, that they could just say, "Okay, we want to have a wedding. Y'all make it beautiful."
We can do it.
And they just show up and y'all are the creative minds behind it.
What is the maximum amount of people that you can have at the
Oh,
wedding?
yeah.
Or is there a maximum?
We maxed out at 240. Leaves a good dance floor for everybody. We do have a little bit higher occupancy than that, but that's our main occupancy we always push out is 240, and that's at full long tables, and it actually works really well. We've had about 210, I believe, is the most 230 in here, and it's actually really comfortable, and people are
right there. Mm-hmm. Wow. So you guys are a year-round facility, right? I mean, you can get married in January, March, April, June. It doesn't matter.
January through December we are open.
Because as we mentioned, I mean, if it's cold outside, you can do it inside. And I also noticed inside the facility, everything was so well thought of and so well put together, and the furnishings, the ceiling tiles, and the stained floor, and just I love everything about everything. It's awesome. But once you go up the big grand staircase there to the left, you have is that the bride's room? Is that what you call it? The thought and the finishing touches that they put into this, from the light up mirrors to even the little hooks where you hang the hangers. I've never seen anything like that. Just really cool.
And then they also have the family room.
The family room, which is awesome, right down the hall. So that's for mom, dad, in-laws, grandmas,
Anybody that's
flower
not a part of
girls.
the initial bridal party, they
Right.
can go and hang out in there. We got a TV in there, so the kids, if they want to watch TV and watch Netflix, they can. They're same as the TV in the groom suite. So.
Yeah.
We have the puppy suite too.
Yeah. Y'all might notice there's a dog running around during it. That's Mia, right over there. Mia, 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 Mia. I understand that Mia has quite an appetite. She loves food and
money.
cash.
Yeah, cash.
And rugs.
And rugs.
Rugs.
Pretty much
So
anything.
you had an event and you had some cash out on the counter. Is that what happened?
Yes, we had some cash at home from an event, and walked out of the room, came back in. It was on the ground and in pieces. And what did I find but a piece in Mia's mouth?
So Mia chewed up 4 $100 bills. Yeah. Well, I bet they were tasty.
We always call her our most expensive dog.
Most expensive dog right there. You money-eating mutt. Look at you. Well, we just stepped outside here. Nate is going to show us his newest project here at the Atrium. You want to tell us a little bit about it before we hit it? What is this area called?
So this is our puppy suite. So we're one of the only venues that have it. And this is where you can bring your dog if you want to have them involved in the wedding. They can come and be involved and have their own place to stay. It's a heated and cooled building for them. And then they also will have a turfed green run out here, and then also some water out here as well so they can stay hydrated.
Now, wait a minute. These dogs have a wood floor in here?
That's right.
My gosh. Look at this.
We'll get an air conditioner and heater put in, and then each one of these doors will have its own pin attached to it. So they'll be able to have their food, water, everything in here with them, and places for their leashes, and just a place for them to stay.
Wow. Folks, details, details, details. See. And this is part of the premium package, right? I mean, yeah, right there. What a cool idea. I love this. This is nicer than my office at home right here. So if folks want to go to the, how do they find you guys?
At the Atrium Branson on Facebook, and then Atrium Events Mo on Instagram. And then our website is www.eventsattheatrium.com.
Well, that is awesome. Love coming out and seeing the place. We've heard so much about it. And thank you for letting us come out and visit with you guys today.
Yeah, thanks for coming and seeing.
Yeah. So, Atrium, plan your event, plan it ahead of time because they book up quickly. Check them out at the Atrium on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and their website. So, hopefully we'll see you soon here in Branson, Missouri, and beautiful Merriam Woods, Missouri, y'all.